PeopleSoft Cloud Manager provides platform services on Oracle Infrastructure as a Service, giving you the agility you need to accelerate your business. Cloud Manager with the Oracle Cloud enables even non-technical users to self-provision environments in minutes, saving you money. Cloud Manager reduces the complexities of deployment for your users and allows them to perform guided lifecycle updates using the latest features and patches. Cloud Manager Image 5 includes many new features to make provisioning and maintaining PeopleSoft applications even easier. In this session, we will provide an overview of Cloud Manager and demonstrate how to configure and create PeopleSoft environments in the cloud, how self-service users can quickly provision an environment, how to migrate your on-premise database to the cloud, how to manage PeopleSoft Lifecycle in the cloud for patching and upgrading your People tools and applying updates. We will also provide a list of where you can find additional information on Cloud Manager. We will begin with an overview of PeopleSoft Cloud Manager to provide an introduction to the features in Cloud Manager application that automate the processes necessary to model your environment and provision environments on demand. In order to use PeopleSoft on the cloud, you must purchase a subscription to Oracle Cloud. There are multiple ways to subscribe to Oracle Cloud. Your Oracle sales representative can assist you in determining the best option for you. Once a customer acquires a subscription to Oracle Cloud, no additional PeopleSoft application license or usage license is required to use Cloud Manager application. To download and install Cloud Manager, sign on to Oracle Marketplace and search for the Cloud Manager. You will install Cloud Manager from Oracle Marketplace. The Bootstrap install for PeopleSoft Cloud Manager will go through a series of questions similar to installing a DPK locally. This process will load the Cloud Manager application on a VM in the Oracle Cloud for your cloud account. You will be required to enter your cloud credentials such as user ID and password. A repository for file storage is created in your cloud domain. The repository stores the PeopleSoft images for subscribed applications, these are the DPKs, PRPs, and customer DPKs created using the clone process. You will subscribe to release channels such as HCM or CRM, as well as People tools. When you subscribe to a release channel, all of the DPKs and PRPs associated with that channel are automatically downloaded to the repository for your cloud domain from My Oracle Support. In Cloud Manager, the PeopleSoft administrator will define the topology. The topology defines infrastructure elements, VMs, and PeopleSoft components, database and middle tier, that can be deployed. The PeopleSoft administrator will then define templates. A template is a predefined deployment configuration that is used to orchestrate PeopleSoft deployments. The template defines the topology and application DPK as well as access for self-service users. When a user selects to provision an environment template, Cloud Manager orchestrates the entire deployment process, and the environment is ready within an hour or an hour and a half, depending on the topology. Self-service users can only access those templates assigned to them. You can lift your on-premise Oracle database, application home, and cust home to the cloud. The lift process is done outside of Cloud Manager using the lift utility provided in Cloud Manager. This utility will package your on-premise environment into a DPK, which will be referred to as a custom DPK, and then upload it to object storage in your Oracle Public Cloud account. All lifted custom DPKs in object storage are available on the Lift and Shift page in Cloud Manager. The shift operation will deploy your custom environment using the Lift and Shift template. You can clone any running environment to template, which we refer to as templatizing the environment. When you templatize the environment, the running environment is cloned to a DPK and is added to the repository. This DPK will then be used to create a template. Self-service users will then be able to select that template to provision an environment. Cloud Manager also provides features for lifecycle management. This includes automated setup for selective adoption, automated upgrade of PeopleSoft environments with PeopleTools 855 to PeopleTools 856, automated apply of PeopleTools patches, the ability to manage application updates delivered through PeopleSoft Interaction Hub update images, and PRPs. This is an example of the Cloud Manager homepage. In this topic, we will look at how to subscribe to release channels and publish templates. Once PeopleSoft Cloud Manager is installed and the Cloud Administrator has configured the file server, the PeopleSoft Administrator will configure Cloud Manager for deployments. The PeopleSoft Administrator will subscribe to and download the DPKs to the file repository, define the topology for the layout, and create templates that define the deployment configuration. The first thing you will want to do once Cloud Manager is installed is to subscribe to release channels. Cloud Manager uses subscription channels to automatically download and manage PeopleSoft application update images, PeopleSoft release patch sets, PeopleTools product patches, and PeopleSoft custom images. These artifacts are downloaded from My Oracle support and stored in the file server created during Bootstrap as an NFS repository. To subscribe to release channels, select the repository tile. The My Downloads page lists the downloaded artifacts. New entries are added as soon as the artifacts are downloaded. You can use the filter icon to refine the search results based on search criteria. You can also use the delete icon to delete downloaded PeopleSoft images or PRPs by selecting the checkbox for the row you want to delete. File server capacity is a graphical display of the space available on the file server. You can manually increase the file server size as per your requirements. To view your subscriptions or subscribe to additional channels, click the Download Subscriptions. The Subscribe tab lists all of the channels that you have subscribed to. The Unsubscribe tab lists all of the additional PeopleSoft applications available. For this demo, we want to subscribe to HCM 9.2 Linux for the latest HCM images, as well as PeopleTools 855. To subscribe, we select the Unsubscribe tab. For the application we want to subscribe to, we use the Action button. When a release channel is subscribed, Cloud Manager invokes Download Manager application, which connects to My Oracle support and downloads the latest updates for the release channel. Please note that artifacts like update images are large in size and take several hours to download. You can view the status of active downloads from the Download History page or by clicking New Updates on the Download Subscriptions page. We also want to subscribe to PeopleTools 855. For PeopleTools, you can select previous PeopleTools patches. Select the minimum tools patch to download or leave the minimum tools patch number blank to download only the most current patch. For this demo, we will take the most current patch. When we go back to the Subscribe tab, we can see that we now have a subscription to PeopleTools 855. Topology defines the infrastructure layout for the environment. Essentially, a topology defines a set of nodes, which is an abstraction of a virtual machine. While defining a node, you can set values for node attributes like operating system, VM size in terms of OCPUs and memory, disk capacity, and PeopleSoft components to be installed. PeopleSoft administrators create topologies for PeopleSoft applications based on their organization's requirements. To define a new topology or modify an existing topology, select the Topology tile. By default, Cloud Manager is delivered with the following topologies: Lift and Shift for DBaaS, and Pump Full Tier. Users are not allowed to delete lift and shift topologies. These are used with the lift and shift process. You can clone an existing topology, edit an existing topology, or create a new one. To view or edit the topology, click the topology name or use the arrow on the right-hand side of the row. We will look at PUM full tier topology. This topology contains two nodes, one for full tier and one for Windows Client. The operating system for full tier is Linux. The sizing is small with 100 gigabyte disk space and the environment type is full tier. The operating system for PeopleSoft Client is Windows. The sizing is small with 30 gigabytes disk space and the environment type is PeopleSoft Client. Let's look at creating a new topology. First, we'll navigate back to the topology page and then select New Topology. We'll create a topology for full tier with Elasticsearch. This topology will require two nodes, one for full tier and one for Elasticsearch. Provide a name and description, then click Add Node to add the first node. The first node is for full tier, so the operating system is Linux. The sizing will be small. We'll use 100 gigabytes of disk space, and the environment type is full tier. Click the plus icon to add the second node. The second node is for Elasticsearch Server. The operating system is Linux. Sizing is small. We'll use 100 gigabytes of disk space, and the environment type is Elasticsearch Server. We'll save our new topology. The new topology is now available. Once your topology is defined, you can create templates. An environment template is a repeatable blueprint used to deploy PeopleSoft environments using Cloud Manager. A template defines the topology to be used for deploying the application DPK, which is downloaded from the repository. A template also defines environment attributes to enable streamlined deployments. Access to templates can be managed by defining security attributes of the template. To create or modify templates, click the Templates tile. The lift and shift template is delivered and should not be modified. We will create a template for the HCM PeopleSoft update image. We enter a name and description. For the database, we select the HCM update image. Expand the Details section to see the database details. Click either To or Next to select the topology for this template. We will select PUM Full Tier since we are creating a PUM source template. To review and edit the settings for the template, expand the Custom Attributes. Select the topology, then use Custom Attributes button to enter the values to use when this environment is provisioned. These attributes are used by ACM, Automated Configuration Manager, to set up the environment. Expand each section to review or change the values. When a user provisions an environment, the user will be able to change the values. So for this demo, we will accept the defaults for the topology. Click Next to define the security. Zones are a logical entity that divides the Oracle Cloud into partitions. You can select the zone to use for this template. A template can have multiple zones. Zones include Test, Development, and Production. We will select Test. Next, you will select the role or roles that will have access to this template. Several roles and permission lists for Cloud Manager are delivered, as well as the user CLADM. This user account is associated with the Cloud Administrator role and other PeopleSoft administrative roles. Roles include Cloud Administrator, which has access to all cloud pages, Cloud PeopleSoft Administrator, which has access to all cloud features except Cloud Manager settings, and Cloud Self-Service User, which has access to create environments, view environment details, and My Settings. Permission lists include Cloud Administrator, PeopleSoft Admin for Cloud, and Cloud Self-Service. You can use the search criteria and enter PACL to find the delivered roles you want to use for this template. You can also create your own new roles to use with Cloud templates. For this template, we will use the roles for Cloud Administrator and Cloud Self-Service User. Once you have entered the security, click Next to view the summary. A summary of your selections is displayed. If you are satisfied with the selections, click Submit. We can see that our template was successfully created. Once the PeopleSoft administrator has created the templates, a self-service user can quickly provision an environment based on an existing template. From the Cloud Manager homepage, select the Environments tile. To create a new environment, click the Create Environment button. First, we will provision a PUM source environment. We need to provide the environment name and description. We will use the template we just created for the PUM source environment. Since this is our PUM source for HCM Image 23, we will name it HCM PI 23. Expand the Environment Attributes section and enter all the required passwords. You can also change any other values for the attributes. In the General Settings section, starting with Image 5, you can select the database type. For this example, we will use Demo. You will probably want to provide a unique name for your database, since you may create several environments from the same template. We will name the database PUMDB. You can also make changes to the domain settings for the application server, process scheduler settings, and server definition parameters, as well as web server settings. For the PeopleSoft client, we also need to provide the Windows Administrator password in order to log on to the Windows client environment. Once you have entered all of the information, click Done. The environment provisioning will begin. You will need to refresh the screen to see the current status. You can also click Grid, which will do a refresh. The status is initiating. It will take about an hour and a half for the PUM environment to provision. Starting in Image 5, you can check the provisioning status. Click the Actions button and select Details. Select Provisioning Status. Expand a section to see the current status. We will look at Database Tier. We can see when the task was started and when it was completed. When the provisioning is completed, the environment will show running. To view the environment details, select Actions, Details. In Image 5, a diagrammatic view has been added. Click the environment name to view a diagrammatic representation of all the instances and domains running inside the VM as shown. Green indicates the component is running. Hover over a component to see the component details. You can migrate your on-premise environment to the cloud using Lift and Shift. Lift and Shift is a two-step process. Lift will package your on-premise environment and place the files in object storage on the cloud. Shift is then used to create the environment using these DPK packages. A link to the Lift utility is provided on the Lift and Shift page. In order to use this utility, The customer database instance should be on Oracle 12c. If the customer PeopleSoft environment is not on Oracle 12c, additional downloads will be necessary to bring the Oracle database up to Oracle 12c. The Lift utility will create two DPK packages, one that includes PS App Home and PS Custom, and the other that contains the customer database. When the customer triggers the Lift utility, the script will prompt for OPC account details. This information is then used to upload the files to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Object Storage Classic. The second step, Shift, is used to create the environment in the cloud. The Shift process uses the Lift and Shift template and topology to create the environment. The Lift and Shift template is delivered out of the box. However, before using this template to create environments from a lifted DPK, you need to modify the size of the VM and disk capacity in the topology to ensure your environment will fit. From the Cloud Manager homepage, click the Lift and Shift tile. To download the Lift utility, use the link provided. Once the on-premise environment has been lifted, it will appear in the list of object store items. As you can see, we have several lifted environments. We will shift the first environment listed, AK PDB. To view the details for this environment, click the Actions button and select View Details. We can see the two DPKs that were created when the environment was lifted. This environment is on PeopleTools 855. To create the environment, click the Action buttons and select Create Environment. The wizard will lead you through the steps to configure the environment. Notice that the template name is Read Only. We will enter the name, description, and zone. Click Next for the Advanced Options page. For Target Database On, the selections are Compute and DBAS. For customers who subscribe to DBCS services, the target database can be deployed on DBAS. The drop-down for PeopleTools Patch Version will list the PeopleTools patch versions available in the Cloud Manager's repository. The user can opt to update the tools patch during the shift. For this demo, we will select PeopleTools 855 Patch 18. Click Next to enter the custom attributes. Expand each section to provide the credentials necessary for your environment. We will name this database SS Demo. Click Next to review and submit. When you click Submit button, provisioning will begin. The status is initiating. Again, you can check the provisioning status by selecting View Details, Provisioning Status, and refreshing the screen. When the provisioning is complete, the status will change to Running. To view the details for the new environment, select Actions, Details. Click the Update icon to retrieve the details. Click the environment name to see the diagrammatic view. All of the components are green, meaning they are healthy. If a component is down, it will display in red. Hover over a component to see the component details. As mentioned, with Cloud Manager, the system can subscribe to PeopleTools patches and application PRPs, as well as PeopleSoft images. When available on My Oracle support, these updates and images are automatically copied to the Cloud Manager repository. Applications can take these updates anytime a system is provisioned. This gives you a simple and easy way to apply routine changes to your PeopleSoft application. In this section, we will look at some of the key maintenance features: setting up for selective adoption, applying PRPs to the PUM source, upgrading PeopleTools, cloning to template, applying PeopleTools patch, updating Cloud Manager, and converting to orchestration. In order to use selective adoption, you will need to provision the latest PUM image using the PUM full tier template. This template will provide one Linux VM for the PUM source and one Windows VM for the PeopleSoft client with Change Assistant installed. Once the PUM source is provisioned, you can set up the PUM connections to the target databases using Manage PUM Connections. When you add the target database, the Update Manager settings will be configured in Change Assistant, and the target database will be uploaded to the PUM source. After provisioning a PUM source, you should apply the PRPs to that PUM source. When you subscribe to the release channel, the PRPs are automatically downloaded from My Oracle support to the Cloud Manager repository. These PRPs are stored on the file server in a specific directory as a Samba share. To apply the PRP to the PUM source, access the PRP share on the Windows Client VM. Copy the PRPs to dpsft PUM download on the Windows client. Launch Change Assistant. Use Apply PeopleSoft Release Patch Set option in Change Assistant to apply the PRPs to the PUM source. Keep in mind that Change Assistant is configured when you add a target database. Therefore, add target must be performed before applying a PRP. In this demo, we already provisioned a PUM source, and we will use our shifted environment as the target. To set up for selective adoption, select the Environments tile and select the details for your PUM source. Click Manage PUM Connections, then click the Add Target button. Select the target database from the list of environments of the same application type as the PUM source. Click the Add button. The source and target are displayed. If this is correct, click OK. This will start the Add Target and Upload to PUM Source functionality. You will see the status as In Progress. When the process is complete, the status will show Completed. If there's a problem, the status will be Failed. Once selective adoption is set up, you will see the uploaded target database information on the PUM source. Use the PA URL to log on to the PUM source and open the Update Manager dashboard. The SS Demo database is available as a target, and you can create change package definitions for the database. To log on to Change Assistant for the PUM environment, use the IP address for the PUM source PeopleSoft client. From the PUM source environment details page, expand the PeopleSoft client section, select the name, and copy the IP address to remote desktop. Sign on to the Windows VM as administrator and use the PeopleSoft client password you created when the environment was provisioned. When you open Change Assistant, it is configured and the target database is available. All of the Update Manager actions are available. For this example, a change package definition was already defined on the PUM source. Now we will create the change package and apply the updates to the SS Demo environment. In this session, we lifted and shifted our on-premise environment to the cloud. We then applied some updates. At this point, we would like to make that environment available to other self-service users. To create a new template that has the most recent changes, we will clone the environment to template. Clone to template should be used anytime you make changes to the database and you want other self-service users to have access to the most current version of your database. This includes applying application updates, PeopleTools patches, PRPs, upgrading PeopleTools, or just internal customizations by your development group. To clone an environment to template, select the Environments tab, click the actions for the environment, and select Clone to Template. Enter the template name and click Clone. The environment will be suspended. When the template is complete, the environment will return to running. To view the newly created template, return to Cloud Manager homepage and select the Environment Template tile. We can see the SS Demo template. The database name will be template name, database name, date created. Click the template name to view or edit the template settings. Click Next to view the topology. In this example, the default topology is lift and shift since we templatized our uplifted environment. You can add additional topologies and make the additional topologies the default. Expand the custom attributes for the topology to review or edit any of the values. Click the Security page to review and update security. You can view the summary page. We are not making any changes to the template, so we click No. Now we are ready to provision a new environment based on this template. Click the Environment tile and select Create Environment. Enter an environment name and description. The new template, SS Demo, is now available. Enter all of the credentials for the environment. We will name this database SSDev. Once the credentials are entered, click Done. The status will start as initiating, change to provisioning, and when it is complete, the status will be running. You can now view your new environment. Starting in Cloud Manager Image 5, the PeopleTools upgrade process is automated. You can upgrade your managed environments from PeopleTools 855 to 856. The upgrade automation will upgrade the database and refresh the middle tiers. In order to perform a PeopleTools upgrade, a Windows client must be available in the environment, and the PeopleTools DPK must be downloaded to the repository. For this example, we want to upgrade the environment we just created, SS Demo Dev, to PeopleTools 856. Before performing the upgrade, we will need to log on to the Windows client for SS Demo Dev This will ensure all the services required to launch PeopleTools client binaries required during the upgrade are running. On the Environment Details page, expand the PeopleTools client, click on the name, and copy the public IP address. Use Remote Desktop to log on to the PeopleSoft client. In this example, we will open Application Designer for the SSDev database. We will sign off Application Designer and close the Remote Desktop session. To perform the upgrade, select Upgrade PeopleTools. From the drop-down, you can select the PeopleTools patch and version for your upgrade. The minimum is 85602. Click Upgrade and confirm. You will see the upgrade is in progress. You can click the In Progress link to see the current status. Initially, you will see the time the upgrade started. Refresh the environment to get updated information. You can see which tasks are completed, started, and pending. When the upgrade is complete, the status will show complete. Your upgraded environment is now running. When you subscribe to a PeopleTools channel for a PeopleTools release, all of the PeopleTools patches for that release are downloaded to the repository when they're made available on My Oracle support. When you select to apply the patch, Change Assistant is upgraded to the new patch, and the Apply PeopleTools patch runs automatically. When the patch is complete, you will get a message and the status will be updated. We will apply a patch to the SS Demo Dev environment. From the Environments page, select Details. On the Environment Details page, select Apply PeopleTools Patch. Click the Patch drop-down to see the list of patches available. Select the patch and click Update. The patch process will begin. You can check the progress as it applies. When you navigate to the Environments page, the status is Applying PeopleTools Patch. When the patch process is complete, the environment will be running. Starting with Image 5, the process to update Cloud Manager is fully automated. This new automated process only applies to Cloud Manager and not the PUM source for your managed environments in the cloud. This automated process will deploy the Cloud Manager PUM source, configure Change Assistant, apply the PRPs to the Cloud Manager PUM source, create and apply the change package to the target, which is your Cloud Manager. It will then reboot the Cloud Manager domains. To use this new automated feature, you must subscribe to the PeopleSoft Cloud Manager channel and the Interaction Hub channel. Whenever new IH images or new PRPs get posted, Cloud Manager will show a notification on the update page about the new available updates. You will need to ensure no user is using Cloud Manager or submitting new operations. Then you'll need to do a backup of Cloud Manager database before starting the self-update process. The automated self-update process will deploy the Cloud Manager PUM source with a Windows client, apply the PRPs to the Cloud Manager PUM source, automatically define and create a change package with all the Cloud Manager bugs, Apply the change package to Cloud Manager, and then reboot Cloud Manager domain. Another new feature in Cloud Manager Image 5 is Migrate to Orchestration. Cloud Manager deploys PeopleSoft instances using launch plan APIs. There are both pros and cons. On the pro side, these environments are crash and burn environments that you can throw away when no longer needed. On the con side, these environments do not have high availability option enabled by default. In the case of failures or errors, the VM is not accessible and it is difficult to recreate. The VMs cannot be stopped and restarted. It is difficult to bring down an environment, save it, and then reuse it when required. To help with these drawbacks, the ability to convert to orchestration was introduced. To migrate to orchestration, click the Related Actions button corresponding to the environment you want to migrate. Select the Migrate to Orchestration option. This will start migrating the environment to orchestration. You can verify the operation through the Operations page in Cloud Manager interface, as well as in the psp.log file. Once the environment is migrated to orchestration, the option Migrate to Orchestration is not available in the Related Actions. After migrating to orchestration, the Start and Stop actions will start and stop the VM instance. You will no longer be able to start and stop middle-tier services and database from the Related Actions. Additional resources include an OBE, Oracle by Example, for installing Cloud Manager, which is posted on Oracle Learning Library. There's also online help for Cloud Manager, the PeopleSoft Cloud Manager homepage in My Oracle Support, and the PeopleSoft Cloud Manager concept page on the PeopleSoft Information Portal.